Here is your reading for February 2022. So what they're showing me for Scorpio is they're showing me the Four of Pentacles, which is about the now moment, but they're showing me those Four Pentacles like a massive fist, like you're punching through into reality. And they're showing me, so it's really powerful month for you in terms of physical reality. They're showing me fork in the road. They're showing me the V sign, like the, the success sign. Well, they used to use it for peace, didn't they, in the 1970s? And they're showing me road trip energy, so physical movement energy for some of you. But that could also be kind of metaphorical, as in just a very powerful movement in the physical month. And let's see what cards are coming out. So we've got Two of Cups, Twin Flame energy. It's really about mastery, Twin Flame energy. So it's mastery of everything that's about being alive, the physical aspect, the mental aspect, the emotional aspect, the vibrational aspect. And that's where they're showing me this like really powerful fist, like you're punching through into reality. It's like ownership of like the process, basically the twin flame process, because this process takes you away from yourself, takes you away from normal life, takes you into working with vibration and understanding vibrational existence. The process takes you in all different directions emotionally and mentally that we could spend all day talking about the ins and outs of that, and I'm sure you've known that because you felt it, you've experienced it. And in that, there's not much going on physically. There is only process, a process of like feeling up or feeling down or feeling hopeful or feeling lost or feeling sad or feeling happy. And that's a lot of the process. And in that, there's not a lot of physical going on, or there's physical having to go on despite that you're really not connected to the physical at all because you're going through this emotional and mental process. But this month, right back into the physical, they're saying, with a bang for you. So let's see what else. Justice. See, it's like the time is right for you. So it's a good month. Feeling like you're getting your just rewards, like justice is being delivered to you in terms of like, oh, here I am again. I'm having a physical life. Like something's going on in the physical. So, getting to grips with the physical, like, yes, I'm alive. It's that kind of energy. Two of Wands, new road forward, and also, maybe going out somewhere and going on a journey for some of you. Might be being allowed to make a decision. This is about decisions as well, because a lot of this process, when you go through it, it's not about making decisions from the ego. It's about the process itself, which is letting go of the ego, which is life at a standstill. Because when you're being taught how to let go of ego, you don't have a lot of decisions to make. You just be guided by spirit, guided by your vibration, and go along with what your vibration is telling you to do. There's not a lot of ego involved, right? So perhaps you're going to be making a decision. It could be just one decision, but once you get handed back that, here you are, you can make a decision again. It's like, that's quite a powerful thing, right? We've got Five of Cups, which is love that can't be seen, that still exists, and a change maybe around that. Five is a change. And Judgment, which is destiny as well. So it could be that you're being called on to make a decision about this love that does exist but cannot be seen. Let's have a look. Let's get one more. Go with the flow, they're saying. Yeah. So whatever it is you're bringing to yourself, right, this month, back into the physical, you're bringing yourself a decision to make. Justice is also about weighing things up. Two of Wands, moving forward after making a decision. Five of Cups, a change around this love that can't be seen. So maybe it's that love that is going to show up in the physical in some sense, because we've got the Two of Cups there, which is that connection, right? And this destiny, judgment, well, destiny is the connection showing up in the physical. That's the final destiny. So perhaps you're going to have that show up in the physical one way or another. They're saying Queen of Cups go with the flow still. So the process of twin flames, right, which is the understanding that the ego is only is only useful for a few things, a few specific things. And it's what it's not useful for as well, which is like the fear and the stress and the worry and the beating yourself up and feeling bad because of the stories you tell yourself, right? So the whole process is the disengaging with that aspect of being human and the engaging with what is your higher self, which is knowing that if you feel good, everything is going to come to you from feeling good. So everything will match up with that feeling good. That's what higher self is, right? What's what higher self brings you. So that's a let go, again, of ego, right? And just knowing things are going to turn out all right if you feel all right. So maybe the whole process, right, which is learning that it's not about the decisions that you make from your ego in regard to the connection with that person, because sometimes you will think this and this and this and that about that person, and you'll feel this way and this way and that way and that way about that person, but none of that is higher self. That's ego making that happen, right? The detachment, the going with the flow, that is the understanding that that's how that has to be with that person because it's guiding me into higher self, and I have to let go of all of that to come into higher self. I can't let go of it unless I see it inside of myself, right? That's the justice, it's the destiny. And then the choice around that thing coming back in, that love coming back in, is to remain in a state of flow around that coming back in. So perhaps that's where you're being returned to physical this month in a completely different way, like they're saying, punching through reality in terms of like higher self existence in reality, which is the knowingness perhaps that this is always going to come back in once you achieved justice, destiny, alignment with higher self, and to respond choice-wise to what does come in from higher self. What is the answer to that? Well, it's never to go into ego, is it? And go backwards and be like, well, they did this, they said that, they're like this, will they do that again? The higher self is just see where it goes. Stay present moment focused. This is all there is now. This is all I know about it now. I don't know anything else. I could imagine what they might say tomorrow or do tomorrow, but that's not a healthy place to be because it's not present moment focused. All I have right now is the present moment of what's going on. So if I focus with good feeling into that and I let go of the ego around it, then what shows up next is going to come from that good feeling and that letting go. And there's more power in that than there is in anything else, right? So maybe that's it for you this month. Just have to see what happens, I guess. Just, live in delightful anticipation of what comes next, which is always a state of feeling good, right? Rather than the worry and stress of what might comes next, which is always a feeling bad. And just to see what transpires. Just let it flow, right? From one moment to the next, without getting caught up in any next month or next year or next week or any of that. Because until it happens, it's not happened. It doesn't exist, as Janis Joplin would say. Right? Okay, that's it. Lots of love. See you next month. If you wanted to get a personal reading, all my details are in the box below. Bye.